in the chat if you guys are excited to get access to this thing. Kick this show off. Get this game going, man. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So should I give them a link, Hitesh, or do we want to go through some stuff first?
No, we want to get people in there as quickly as possible. Let's actually, my thought is let's give them a link and also put on a screen share so you guys can walk through everything.
All right.
So, because I don't want to torture people. Okay, so first of all, guys, we're going to give you a link in the chat. Okay, the link is going to be joinunbox.com/demo. Let's go to that. Kevin, if you want to put in your screen share, go to that link and maybe play the video so everybody can become familiar with what this platform is all about. And then we will go through some very specific details right after.
Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to toss this in here.
I already did.
Oh, you did? Very
Yep.
Cool. All right, let me show you guys what you should be seeing when you go there. Share screen, right here. Boom. So this is it right here. If I play this, the volume's going to be way off. So you guys can play yourself, but this is the demo video. Okay. This is actually a link that you guys will have. Do not create.
Yeah, let's have everybody watch the video once. Maybe play it on there. Kevin, you can just shut off the volume so people can watch it themselves. Just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to go through it. Keep in mind, guys, this is one of your
Welcome to the UnBox platform demo. This is the easiest and the most powerful business model to develop an income today.
Let me see.
And by the end of this demo, we're pretty sure you'll agree. After selecting the appropriate platform level, you can create your account in under 60 seconds. Once in, you can view all the available opportunities on the business centers.
And by the end of this demo, we're pretty sure you'll agree. After selecting the appropriate platform level, you can create your account in under 60 seconds. Once in, you can view all the available opportunities on the Business Centers page in your UnBox account. From the highest quality consumable and household products to in-demand services from professionals, you can retail any of these products and services without ever worrying about fulfillment or purchasing them yourselves, and simply collect commissions and margins in profit. Some of the most popular categories include natural supplements like CBD products and essential oils, to services such as payment management for local businesses, legal services, and many others. This is very different from the typical retail or e-commerce business, where you have to deal with sourcing products, testing market, and put up capital to manage products. There are no minimum purchases for any of these product or service types, and you are never required to stock anything yourself. Every billing cycle, UnBox members receive a fixed cash stipend called UnBox Points, which can be used to print gift cards for the products and services inside the platform. The available points, which have a conversion rate to dollars of 1-to-1, are visible on your gift card printer and wallet pages. For example, in this account, we have 285 points, which means we can create $285 worth of gift cards and incentives. You can use these incentives personally for your own purchases, or can share these gift cards with others. This makes UnBox Platform one of the only systems of its kind, since each seller account receives a higher value in UnBox points than their costs every month. This makes this a business model that is profitable from the day you begin. Creating a gift card is as easy as selecting the type of gift card you wish to generate, choosing a template, filling in any related information, and creating a unique redemption code. As you can see, the entire process takes under 30 seconds, and you now have literal money to give away to anyone you like. When someone uses the gift cards generated from your account, you will receive commissions on any services and goods they procure with those cards. You can, quite literally, give out products and services in the form of gift cards and get paid to do so. A good example is this case study. We had a $15 gift card printed and shared by an UnBox user on social media. This gift card was then used towards an order that was purchased from the product supplier. The UnBox platform user had no costs, no fulfillment, and no customer support to deal with. Just through giving away this gift card, they received a $17 margin or commission. Finally, you have the Salesforce section. This is where you can develop your own network of Salesforce within the UnBox platform. Doing so is as easy as sharing your unique link with others. Like with other products, you can also share gift cards towards UnBox platform setup fees, making the process of building your network literally as simple as sharing a gift, depending on your subscription level within UnBox. You even have a full-featured hands-free sales system on your fingertips. Just click on the follow-up automation section, enter some basic details, and you now have follow-up messages going out on your behalf. This eliminates the need for any third-party tools or systems, such as autoresponders and landing page creators. Building a business has never been easier, thanks to the UnBox platform. No shopping carts to set up, no websites to manage, no products and inventory to stock. And making sales is as easy as literally gifting cash cards to others. All you have to do to get started is to select the right platform level for you, create your account, and you can be off to a profitable business in under 3 minutes. Welcome to UnBox, the most powerful business concept since the advent of e-commerce.
All right, guys. So there's the demo video. You guys are going to have this link in your back office. I'm going to give you, I'm going to send you guys a link right now as well. Let me grab it to where you can log in. So everyone who is in, why is this doing this? Okay. My chat is playing games with me. Pause that. Okay, right there. Hitesh, can you toss in unbox join unbox.com/login into the chat, please? It's not letting me do it.
Absolutely. I just did. And you know what? If you don't mind, Kevin, I'm going to take over the screen share for a second so I can actually show people what they should be seeing.
Cool.
Okay. So everybody, if you can see my screen, please type your usual one. Perfect. Okay. So here is what you should be seeing on the login page. Okay. When you log in, you will use your UpGroup account information that you already have. You can log in with that. You have already been imported. If you have any referred users, they should already be in there. You don't need to worry about having somebody moved or anything like that. They should all already be in here. You should already have your account, and this should be the back office that you should be seeing. Now, this is your temporary pre-launch members area. Okay, if you are in, if you're able to get in, please type 1 once you've logged in. Perfect. Wonderful. It is always nice to see when things work on the first time. Okay, so very, very good. So if you guys are in, I'm going to actually walk through everything that's back here in this pre-launch area and exactly what we need to do, and actually a very unique thing that you will also get to do because you are related to us. Now, keep in mind, nobody else out there in the world at the moment knows this exists, has access to any of this. They cannot do anything in here at the moment. You guys are the first ones in. So this is going to be a very unique thing for us because starting Monday, Kevin and I are going to be running a lot of campaigns, a lot of aggressive campaigns on this. We're going to see we expect between 5,000 to 6,000 people join by the time this actually goes live. And this will be live in, I believe, about 12 days. Okay, so let's look at the different sections. So first of all, on your dashboard is just a very quick summary of where things are. Okay, you don't need to pay too much attention to this. This unbox demo is the video you just watched. Okay, so you do not need to watch it again, but the beauty of this particular video is that we have received a lot of questions. I would say probably the single biggest question in the last 4 weeks as you've been transitioning in has been people saying, how do I present this? This is so big and there are so many moving pieces. How do I actually present it to the average person out there? And hopefully now that you have seen this video, you can see the marketing message is actually extremely strong and very easy. So you guys will all be able to take this specific video. You'll be able to upload it to Facebook. Don't just link to it because you know that's not going to get the penetration in the market there. And Kevin will talk about that a bit about Facebook in a minute. But you'll be able to download this video, upload it, and post it on Facebook in multiple formats. We'll show you that in a minute. You have the compensation document, which you can download here, and that will essentially let you see how it works out. None of you need to really look at it because it's essentially the same as what we did in UpGroup. Okay, so it's very, very similar. You don't need to worry about it yet, but you can do that on your own time. Now, what is different now is that you will find 4 sections of income, of earnings in this platform. You have the sales that you're generating. You have the sales that your network is generating. You have your e-commerce sales, and then you have others. Okay, I'm going to go over each of these with you when I actually show you the full members area, which you will get to see in a moment as well. Okay, so this is not just a tease to show you a pre-launch area. We're actually going to go through the members area as well. Okay, this is the page that will be the most important page for you right now. This is where you can see your team. You can see, for example, in this particular account, we have 311 referrals right here, and we can see how many people are under each of the referrals we have in here. So for example, this particular account has 1 under them. You can click on the plus and it'll actually break down and show you further genealogy if you would like. Okay, so very, very easy for people who are from the network marketing background and they want to see structures like this. You can use this. For those of you who are more interested in a table format and you are affiliate marketers, people like us, honestly, this is the format that is much more suitable. You will basically look at the entire referral list that you have in here. You can export them and so on. I obviously cannot dwell on it in a live webinar because there's actual user data there, but you'll be able to access all of that. Now, on this page, there are 3 links that you will see. These 3 links are the links that you can use to describe what this platform is, what this opportunity is, and start building your network. Okay, so these 3 pages are, the first one is the pre-launch video. Highly recommend that you also watch this one. I find personally that the demo video is the strongest one. So that's the one that we recommend that you use. The second is basically a network marketing style pre-launch page. As you can see, that's all it is. And then the third one is the demo page that you just saw. In our experience so far, and Kevin can speak to this a bit if needed, this demo page is the best one to share because we believe it actually communicates everything about the platform instead of just talking about there's a new platform in pre-launch. It actually gets to the heart of the matter, which is this is a massive new business model, and that's what people should be focused on. Finally, you have the creative and resources section. This section allows you to take some of the graphics that are available so you can create your own landing pages and stuff if you would like. You have some pre-written emails. You have short email swipe. You have a long form email swipe that you can use, that you can send out mails with. You have some social media messages that you can use. And you have the video that you just saw. You're also going to get the downloadable version of this. You'll be able to download these videos and post them. I've already received confirmation on that. So you have a lot of resources available here to start building your network right now, even before the 12 days are up. Is everybody following along so far? Any questions so far?
And just so everyone knows, again, to state this is the pre-launch. So if Hitesh were to go to joinunbox.com, what he would see is a countdown timer on that page, right? If you were logged out, you'd have to be logged out to see it.
Actually, I was going to open a new incognito, but I can't because I'm already in one.
Okay. So, but you guys will see a countdown timer on joinunbox.com. And that when that countdown timer hits 0, everything's going to change to the live back office, right? So right now it says 11 days, 11 hours, 41 minutes, and 35 seconds on that page on joinunbox.com. Once that's up, then you're going to get into another back office and the pre-launch will be over. So this is the time when you want to go crazy. This is the time when you want to be inviting as many people as humanly possible into this platform. They're creating a free account. And we're going to have some funnels coming out probably tomorrow night, my time. That's going to walk you guys through and give you, you're going to have links inside of Rise Network. We're going to be able to share those links. It'll get them into Rise Network, we'll get them into UnBox, all that stuff. And so we're retooling that as well, since now we can go out there and put this information out, right? And the back office is done. So there you have it. There you have it. So who here, real quick, there will be a startup fee.
Actually, let's go through all of that, guys. Instead of just talking about it, let's actually show them stuff, right? So guys, what we're going to do now is actually going to go into the members area. That will be here 12 days later. Now, obviously, what I'm showing you is not the final version of it. The final version of it will have even more than what you're about to see. But I want everybody to have an understanding of how this is going to work. Okay, so when you log into your main UnBox account, you will actually see how many points you have available, how many credits you have available. And the reason why I want to do this especially is there is a whole massive thing happening here with the dropshipping side of things that I really want to make sure that all of you understand and all of you are in position to benefit from the moment you have access to this. Okay. How many of you are interested in anything related to e-commerce? And how many of you know other people who are interested in things related to e-commerce? Pretty much everyone. Exactly. Okay. So let me walk you through this whole thing. Okay. You can go to your business center section and you can see some of the business centers here. There are actually going to be even more that they have confirmed over here than what you see at the moment. So for example, your metabolic design stuff, you can send traffic to it. You can send traffic to your links, just like you do on the UpGroup side. You also have many additional options here. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on this because most of you are familiar with how this works. You send somebody to your link, they buy something from MD, you get paid on that. You send somebody to your Naturally Essential link, they buy something from there, you get paid on that, right? Pretty straightforward stuff. The gift card printer, I think we have demoed a little bit before, but let's go in a little bit more specific now. So you can see in here that I have some points available. I've used 190 in all the cards that I've created so far. You can see I've also created a card here for $100 that is specifically for UnBox itself. Okay, so I can go in here and I can create a gift card that is for UnBox setup fees. So for example, here is UnBox setup fees, $50. And if somebody was to use this gift card, then they would receive $50 off of their setup fees on UnBox itself. Okay, and same thing here. And by the way, guys, it feels so much better to actually be able to say the name of the company instead of just constantly saying this e-commerce platform like a retard. Okay, so you can basically give out this coupon and people will be able to go sign up. And when they sign up, they'll be able to take the $100 off of their setup fee, which means they're going to thank you for it. And there's a whole math behind this that I'm going to go over with you in a second. They'll thank you for it. And now you are basically expanding your network quickly. In the pre-launch time, people are just creating their account at the moment. You want to get as many people in your network as possible. And then those amongst them that are active, and these are some of the strategies we're going to teach you. Those amongst them that are active in your team, you can tell them, hey, if you have at least 2 people that you have referred into the pre-launch area, I'll cover your setup fees for you. And that's going to motivate a lot of people to actually take action out there and start doing that. And that's really all you need. That's all the action you really need from people in this because the way this whole platform is structured. Okay. Now let's look at the dropshipping manager. And this is actually a really, really important key portion that I want you guys to be able to understand how this is going to work. This is, in my opinion, one of the most exciting portions of this whole platform. Before I get into it, does anybody have any questions about the gift card creator? None. Beautiful. Okay. So when you go into the dropshipping manager, you're going to find a bunch of different entities that you can connect your account with. So all of you, for example, have a metabolic design account, or most of you do, right? You go to metabolic design, and that's where you make your CBD product purchases. You're able to sign in, and you have an account there. Now, here's what happens that's very interesting going forward. You will find a new section named My Wallet, which will have a value inside it. You can purchase credits inside of UnBox and transfer those credits to any of your connected opportunities or any of your connected dropshipping stores. So for example, I'm a seller on Metabolic Design. Okay, I want to now, let's say I'm dropshipping products from Metabolic Design. I want to buy some product there. I can actually go here and I can send, let's say, $50 from my credits to my, and you will see now that my balance went down by 50. And I can actually go into Metabolic Design. And when I hit refresh here, you'll see that I have $100 available. Now I can use this $100 to purchase products from Metabolic Design. So let's say I sold Metabolic Design products on eBay. I can come in here and I can buy those products with this balance. All right. whatever my final order is, whatever my final dollar amount is, whether it's, I can attach gift cards on there, so on, I will pay $100 with this balance. When I do that, a $10 cashback, if you will be generated in my commissions inside of UnBox. Okay, so 10% of whatever I purchase using those credits will end up being credited back to my account as an e-commerce sale. And that means that it's also going to be considered a commission for all of the people who referred me. So if Kevin referred me and I just did this, I just drop shipped a sale, I made a sale of $100 on eBay, I purchased $100 worth of metabolic design product and shipped it off, right? I have no customer support. I'm not doing anything else. It's just nice and clean, old school drop shipping. I just would receive a $10 commission margin in my account here. And when that happens, Kevin also receives a check match on it. All right. Now, the 5 confirmed stores that will be added in here before this is launched will be in pet products, in children and kids and baby products, in sports and outdoors, and furniture. And that'll add up to roughly 1 million products. That includes beds, couches, things like that, patio furniture, and so on. So if you were to do that, for example, with a $1,000 couch, okay, you have a $1,000 couch that you purchase using credits inside UnBox by doing this kind of a transfer, connecting your accounts together, you will receive $100 cash back in this account. They call it a post back. You'll get $100 posted back into your account over here. And if I did that, then Kevin just made $10. And let's say Jason referred Kevin, then Jason just made $10 as well. And let's say somebody else referred Jason, Joe receives $10 as well, and so on and so forth. So you can see why this is an insane business model. You want to develop a network of people that are buying all sorts of products from here for personal use, for other people's use, for drop shipping purposes. And you want to make sure that you're helping those people do those things. Does that make sense? Do you guys see why this is kind of nuts? Exactly. So the process is very, very simple for you if you're a drop shipper. You're going to connect your account. Okay, so you will go to Metabolic Design, for example. You will create your account there. You will connect the 2 accounts together. You will transfer credits from in here onto your Metabolic Design account, and then you will receive postbacks on all of that. Okay. Now, one of the other interesting thing that happens is that you can stack the 2 things together for opportunities that have, so Metabolic Design, for example, you can create a gift card and you can actually use a gift card on your sale and also receive a postback if you pay with the credits. So it makes a lot of sense to run with this and to work with this because you can stack these things together. Completely different from the business models you guys are used to, completely different from the way many people have run their e-commerce businesses so far. This essentially makes it a no-lose scenario. I mean, this is, to us especially, if you think about it, where we have, a few 100,000 people in the e-commerce space, when we have all of them in here using all of the products in here as their source, and they're drop shipping all of that stuff, it's an absolute game changer. Will the suppliers add our own brand names or labels to the dropship products? No, this is just like when you would dropship stuff anytime. You are just literally selling the products that you have available. And that's right, Jimmy. So if you were selling a $1,000 couch, let's say you sold a $1,000 couch on eBay. I think this is time for me to break out Paint quick. Okay, so let's say that you sold a $1,000 couch on eBay. And let's say that your price on the UnBox store for furniture, let's say the price there was $900. Okay, so that's already a $100 profit that you're going to make, okay, minus whatever the eBay fees are. So you're going to make some profit there already. But next, what's going to happen is when you buy this $900 couch, $90 of this will go back into your account. In your UnBox account. And then your referrers all the way up will now receive on 4 levels, they'll receive a 10% check match on this earning as well. So if in a particular month you were to drop ship 4 or 5 couches, you would have made somewhere in the neighborhood of $350, $360 to $450 just in these post packs alone. So even if you just broke even on the front end, maybe you took a slight loss on the front end, you still end up being profitable because you have access to the source in the background, and because then you're getting 10% cash back added to your account on top of that. Okay. And you don't have to restrict yourself just to couches either.
Jimmy's going to sell couches like a boss, dude.
Yep. Okay. So you do not have to get an MD account under somebody else. The way this whole system is structured, and part of the reason why we're pretty excited about how this is structured, is that it has nothing to do with who you sign up in Metabolic Design, under whom, and how that plays out. This is simply a case of you're connecting your MD account in here. This will be a lot easier for you to understand once you guys are in here and following through and doing it yourself. That's literally all you'll have to do. Just connect your account in. You don't have to worry about who sponsored you or whose link you used to sign up on Metabolic Design. None of that matters. It's very straightforward. You're simply creating an account, connecting the two together, and when you make a purchase, you will get 10% of that added back to your account. Okay? All right. Now let's talk really quickly about what you can do to actually expand your network as quickly as possible in the next 12 days. So for that, we're going to do a bunch of things on the Rise side. Kevin, do you want to talk a little bit about some of the things they can do right now on Facebook, and what we're going to do for them starting Monday, where they'll be able to add their UnBox account on there?
A lot of you guys have already have people lined up, right? Ready to hop into a system. Give me a 1 if that's you. And I'm going to let you know right now, we'll be letting everybody that is inside of Up Group right now, since they've been moved on into UnBox and they have accounts. Over the weekend, we're going to be sending out emails and letting them know, hey, go get your UnBox account, go start sharing it, and so on and so forth. So we'll be doing that as well. But what you really want to do is get people into UnBox. Now, I'm going to be creating a link inside of Rise Network, and I'll send you guys an email when that's ready, where you can share that link, and that'll get them into Rise Network underneath of you and get them into UnBox underneath of you as well, because that's a funnel that we're going to be running. I'm going to give that to you guys, okay? But if you have people that are already ready to go, now is when you want to get them, 1, the recording of this webinar, but 2, get them into UnBox, right? Get them into UnBox by sharing out your links. So if you go to your back office, I'll grab the screen here for a second.
Here, I'm in there right now.
Okay. If you go to your back office and you look at your team link, your links and your team, you want to be sending them over to one of those 3 links, okay? The demo one, the bottom one, is probably the best one, like Hitesh said, to get people in. That's the one you really want to be sharing out there pretty hard. Now, right now, it's easy to do in the beginning, right? When you start out, you know exactly who you're talking to, because you should have 5 people ready to go, right? Give me a number of people that you guys have ready to go that you're in contact with that you're going to be sending a link to. Give me a number real quick. Okay, so Felix has 12. Very cool. So what you want to do is, the first thing you want to do is get them into UnBox, right? Send them that demo, communicate with them, go use those swipe files that are in the back office, okay? Under the creatives and resources, grab those, send those, craft your message, because you have a bunch of subject lines and you have a bunch of emails. Just copy and paste, grab them, make sure your link is in there, and send them off those messages. Also, make that post on social media, okay? You can go ahead, there's a bunch of posts back there you can toss into social media and have them message you, have them PM you, and then send them your link to UnBox. It costs them nothing to get in, all right? Costs them nothing to get in. Once they're inside of UnBox, okay, I'm going to give you guys a link inside of Rise that you can use to invite them into the Rise network. And actually, that's already back there in your affiliate dashboard, okay? But I'm going to be putting it right on the beginning, on the front of the site, so it'll be easy for you guys to find, okay? This is what's going to be able to get you guys up and running with people inside of UnBox and people inside of Rise's network. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys also another funnel that you can use. See, now that we have access to the UnBox area, right, and we can talk about this stuff, now we can start going ahead and getting people into pre-launch, and we can go ahead from Hitesh's standpoint and my standpoint, giving you guys creatives from our end as well to go ahead and get people in. Norman just asks, since they're in pre-launch, will my people be charged the $100 setup fee? Here's the deal. If they're not an active member, see everyone on here, if you're an active member or active pro or an active elite, you're already in. Like you'll have access to those levels, right? But new people coming on board, they don't have a way to even join that right now until the pre-launch is over. So what's going to happen is during the pre-launch, we're going to be communicating to them and letting them know what's going to happen after the pre-launch. And what's going to happen is they're going to have a chance to go and upgrade to pro or upgrade to elite, or during the pre-launch, they can actually get on what's called a preferred partners program, which Hitesh is going to talk about in a minute. He'll show you how to get on there. So there are a couple different ways that you're going to earn once this pre-launch is over. Right now, the main thing you should be focusing on is getting as many people as possible exposed to this, seeing those demo videos, and then getting them into Rise Network so we can pick up and start doing team training calls with them, okay? This is a platform that we are building as a team, right? And that's what Rise is going to help you be able to do, is develop that team and grow that team. And we're here to help you with that. We're doing it ourselves at the same time you are, okay? So does that make sense? That YouTube video that you're talking about, there's a video right in the back office. And right now you can see it back there as a resource, but you can't actually download it. So in the Rise side of the house, I'm going to be taking anything that I see that can be approved upon that we need to have for our people inside of Rise Network. You guys will have access to that. So I'm going to take that video and I'll add it as a download inside of the back office where you can just click on it and it downloads as a file and you can upload it, okay? You understand that now?
Okay. So Norman, don't worry about the money to sign up 75 people. Let's walk through these steps quick, and then we're gonna show you guys where the setup fees and how that whole thing is gonna get involved as well. So here are the steps that you need to do. Create your Rise account. You already have this. Create your UnBox pre-launch account. You already have this. Okay, you didn't have to do any of that. Okay, now you need to send this link out. I'm just telling you guys, in my opinion, this is the best one. I won't even touch the other two right now because this is just so much better. This is the video that you guys just watched today. Share this link with your contacts. Okay, show them this demo, have them create their own pre-launch accounts. Step 4, Kevin is going to love this because this is how he used to drive all the volume in different network marketing companies. Run a contest for your people. Okay, now the goal that you set for them depends on you. All right. But as an example, you could tell them, hey, during this pre-launch, if you get 3 people in, basically you tell them, share your link. If you get 3 people in, I will cover your setup fees in the live platform for you. Okay. What that does is, first of all, it gives you a goal. You're not going to waste your time with people who are just going to create a free account because that's what they do. These are people who create free accounts in 80 different pre-launches and they just sit there. You don't want to waste your time with them. There are going to be other people who will go out there and they will start sharing their links. Okay, that's really what you want to do because this whole platform is set up around you building your network. Okay, I will show you in a minute the math behind it, and that's kind of, again, it's going to be mind-blowing when you guys see it and how it works and why you're doing this specific step. Now you're going to tell them, I'll cover your $100 worth of setup fees if you do this. Now, Norman, your question was, I don't have $100 to cover all of their setup fees. That's where we step in for you guys. You'll remember what we said, that we will give you guys up to $10,000 every single month to incentivize your network growth. Okay, think of it almost like an ad budget. We have just given you $100 customer acquisition budget. Go and offer $100 to people so they can bring somebody else in. You can cover their fees on their behalf. Okay, they're going to be very thankful about it. They're going to be pretty excited over the fact that you're doing that for them. All right. Now, by the point system that's in the platform, you're limited to a certain amount. Okay. But you guys don't have to worry about that amount because we will subsidize you even more than that. And I'm going to show you that specifically in a moment. And then finally, you have the preferred partner program. Now, there is a percentage of you for whom that preferred partner program applies. You may or may not qualify for it. We're going to go through that quickly because I know we're going to get a lot of questions about that. Okay, so far, do you guys have any questions before we get to the preferred partners?
And just so everyone's clear, as we move through this pre-launch, This is really all you have to worry about with what Hitesh is showing you. Make sure you're in your Rise account. Get other people to share that link to all your contacts so they can get in there. Okay, and run contests. Right? Just tell them, hey, look, I'm bringing in people and I'm looking for 3 people who are serious. If you get 3, if you get 3 people in here, then I'm going to cover your setup fee. Boom. Which means we're going to cover your setup fee, right? And also, moving forward, you're going to get a lot of training on this stuff. It'll never stop. We'll be doing training on this platform inside of Rise Network, and we'll give you some more information on that. But I don't want to overload anybody. What you really should be focusing on is getting people into UnBox, sharing that demo link, getting them in there, getting them to create that account. Now they're in the ecosystem. Now we can start doing other stuff and getting them in our groups, getting them into Rise Network, all that stuff. Okay, guys? They use their own link. So they'll have, Johnny asked, do they use their link or my link? Once they get in the back office, they'll have their own link. So you always want to work with people who are going to take action, right? So if you see somebody that comes in, you give them your link, they come in and they automatically start bringing a bunch of people in. If they do that, those are the people you want to work with the most. If they come in and just create an account and never do anything, you want to let them know, like, hey, you have a temporary opportunity here. You've got 11 days to pre-build. And at the end of the day, guys, the goal is you have 11 days right now to get as many people as humanly possible into UnBox while it's in pre-launch, while they can create their account and build out their organizations. Okay, that's what you have your hands on. They can do it, and it costs them nothing to do. And as they're doing that, we'll be communicating with them. We'll give you messages to communicate with them as well, to get them when this pre-launch is over to go and upgrade and put money in your pocket. Okay. So
and keep in mind, you guys are doing something else too. You're building your list while that is happening. All of those people are people that will be in your UnBox system, and you can set up autoresponder messages to them. You can do all sorts of good stuff, and we will give you specific campaigns that you can share with them, that you can actually just connect there. You don't need to have an autoresponder that's built in like you saw in that video. And you are doing both things right now. Basically, right now, what you're doing is you're taking this really nice video, the demo video, you're using that to build a list for yourself. Okay, so if all you get out of this whole thing is that you ended up building a list of a few hundred people, you're already ahead of 99% of people who try to make money online. Okay, so that's just the beginning of it. Now let's very quickly go through the preferred partner program and what that is all about.
And real quick, Hitesh, before you do that, can we just do one thing?
Yes.
Can you do me a favor? Go click up if you scroll down on the bottom where it says Contact Us.
Yes.
Guys, because a couple people can't get in. If you click on Contact Us, just go to the help desk. They're going to have a live chat support when it comes out of pre-launch. Just go ahead and submit a support ticket. There's nothing we can't do anything for password resets or anything like that. Okay. Unfortunately, this is not us, right? This is not our company. We're building this as a team with you guys, right? So just hop in there, give them a ticket, be like, hey, I need a password. I can't get in. Or go to the login page and there should be a password reset button on there. Reset your password. If you know what your email is that's in the account, okay? You should have that as well. But just submit a ticket to them. UnBox support. It's right at the bottom of the page. Click on the contact.
Yeah. And if you need the URL, it's joinunbox.com/support. Okay,
yeah,
pretty
just want to let you guys know. And it won't be Morgan, unfortunately.
If it was Morgan, everything should be handled pretty quickly.
Yeah. Who's going to miss Morgan? Morgan's gone, guys. She's out. I'm just joking. She's not out. She's on our side, right?
Yep.
She's just not. It doesn't work for that company. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so guys, really quickly, there is something in here called the Preferred Partner Program. You are going to get questions on this when you refer somebody in here. So it's better that you are fully familiar with it. There are some pretty incredible bonuses with this. Okay. But this is designed to be for people who are either doing significant e-commerce sales themselves, or they have a decent sized organization of their own that they can work with. Okay, so please read through this yourself. I'm just going to give you a quick summary. Basically, you will get the $99 a month level permanently at no ongoing costs. It's a permanent thing. It's not an annual thing. You also get an extra 1,000 points to use towards gift cards and products. Plus, you're going to continue to receive the 300 points every month. So you're going to get basically about 5,000 points in your first. So basically, you're going to get $5,000 in the first year alone. It's a pretty strong, pretty cool system. The full featured order response and pre-designed marketing campaigns, that's a part of the elite program, so you'll get all of that. You also get early access to some of the new verticals, which have not been announced yet. I cannot mention too much about them either, except one of them is healthcare. So that's all I can say about that. And then you have access to third-party sales funnel tools and training for team growth, which will actually be provided by us on the Rise side. So we actually know how strong this program is going to be. So for those of you who would like to save a bunch of money by not paying ongoing fees on the platform, and you actually would qualify for this, you'll find actual use for this. This is a very, very strong option. Okay, it's $9.95, but you have to qualify for it. Okay, to qualify for it, you have to actually finish an application, and there are some very specific things you're looking for. So who, by the way, on this call would be interested in getting that if they could qualify for it? Because we might be able to help you qualify even if you don't right now. Okay, so we have quite a few people who would like to apply for it. By the way, to clarify, this would mean that if you currently are on UpGroup, if you have your UpGroup subscription, you will be able to cancel that. You will still get ongoing access with that as well. So you can actually eliminate that too. You don't need to keep that active if you get approved for this. Okay, so let me walk you through this very quickly. This is kind of a cheat that we are doing this on this call because so they're going to ask you to select up to 2 right here, which is to drive GMB to the UnBox platform. What will be your primary focus? Okay, the 2 main things they're looking for is e-commerce sales of your referred users, and they're looking for anything that relates to service sales. Okay, so if you check these 2, you will have the best results. But as long as you check at least one of them, you're good to go. All right, this is basically what they're internally looking for right now. That's what they are looking for in a preferred partner. So somebody who can either drive a lot of things in the service industry for them. I think I talked with Greg a few days ago, and Greg was mentioning, yeah, I really want to go for the local businesses and the payment processing side there, or I really want to go for the travel side. That's something in the service industry that you'll be able to offer. Focus on that. Or e-commerce sales of your referred users, because that shows that you both are going to build a network of people and you are looking to drive the e-commerce volume. If you check just the first 2, they're going to think of you as basically an affiliate marketer or a network marketer, and you probably won't get approved. Okay, so as long as you don't just select the top 2 options, you should be fine on the first question. I honestly feel like I'm helping you guys cheat on an exam or something right now. Okay, next. Please describe how you'll be driving volume within the UnBox platform. So one of the things you can do here is you want to specifically mention that you are working with Rise Network. Okay, so you want to put in some details on some of the things you've done before. If you have any history on eBay or Amazon or Shopify or any other sales platform at all, you want to mention that. If you've been a part of any other company in the network marketing side and you've done well, you want to mention that. And then you want to mention specifically that you're working with the Rise Network and you're working with Kevin and Hitesh on that side to make sure that you're successful with UnBox as well. Over here, if you select both of these, you will not get approved. They're actually looking for guys in the first 2 categories. If you are at this very high category, then they're going to treat you as somebody who will essentially build regardless. There is no point in incentivizing you further. So they're looking for people in the first 2 categories here. So I would select 1,000 to 5,000 here and 50,000 to 100,000 here. Gives you the best shot out there. And that's honestly how we're going to teach you to build in Rise Network. Okay, so this is the goal that we are going for you as well internally. And you will see that in our mathematical model. Your current website, this is actually an optional field. So you do not have to give one if you don't have one. But if you don't have one, you will benefit from giving your eBay or Amazon store here, even if you don't have a website. If you do, great. But don't put a website that's basically a personal blog. If you have a website that's just a personal blog with some ramblings and something about politics, don't put it out here. Don't give your Facebook link. Give them something relevant to business. If you don't have one, just ignore it. You're better off not putting anything here. Same thing here that we did up here, but now you want to get more specific. So you want to say things like, I know that there is a lot of demand in the travel industry. I will be focusing on the travel side and the incentive program there. I will be focusing on the service industry side and doing that there. If you selected this option up here, that's going to help you a lot. Then finally, you just have basic things. You're going to put your Skype or email and stuff. You'll select your company name. If you go with a personal name, you might have issues. It's best if you have a business name. Even if you are not an incorporated business, even if you are just a person, you can put your name as the business name and say you're a sole proprietor. Okay, but putting personal name, not probably the best angle there. And that's basically it. Check the box, submit this in. If you did everything right, you should get approved. If they have any questions, they will actually call you up on Skype. I would put Skype here, honestly, as well. And they will basically give you a message and chat with you. Somebody from the merchant onboarding team might talk to you to confirm that you're actually a good fit for this. Okay, so this is basically the cheat sheet. If that's how you answer these questions, you are very likely going to get approved. If you get approved, they're going to send you an invoice. They're going to say, hey, you have 5 days to take care of this application. And when you pay it, you get approved. You can cancel all your other subscriptions. You will not need any other subscriptions, and you will be through the program. Keep in mind that this program is going to continue beyond the pre-launch as well. So this is going to exist, as far as I know, for at least the first year. They're going to keep taking preferred partners in. And there are commissions paid on the preferred partner as well. So if you have people who are who you're going to refer in, and they have a history in e-commerce, and you help them get qualified for this, exactly the way I just did, you will actually receive the $400 commission on that. Okay, so there is a benefit for you to do this as well. If you get declined, it will simply say here, your application was declined. This is an account I logged into specifically to be able to show you that. Okay, so does that answer any questions that you might have had related to this? Perfect. All right, awesome. So if this is something that you guys are interested in, please go through, apply for this. Let us know that you have applied for it, because that way, if we need to follow up, we can actually follow up with them and tell them, yes, there are these people applying from Rise Network. In fact, that will be actually useful. Anybody who intends on applying, if you can please type your email address in the chat to us. Nobody else can see it. Only we are going to be able to see it. That way we will know that we can basically follow up on your behalf if needed.
Or you can also PM me if you guys hop in there. And definitely name drop in there, guys. Name dropping will help quite a bit.
Yes.
Let them know you're on the Rise team, you're working with Kevin and Tash, yada, yada, yada.
And if you want to get really serious, you can actually mention Jason. You can say, I'm working with Kevin, I'm working with Hitesh, and that's okay, but I'm also working with Dr. Rose, and they can't ignore you.
That's actually very true.
I'm semi-kidding.
But it's true, because all the merchant connections he's got.
Yep. Jason is very involved with them, so it'll help. Yes, you do not have to be a preferred partner in order to earn commissions from it. This is not like an MLM company where they're like, oh, if you want to earn commissions on this, then you got to buy it first. Okay, no, this is a genuine, natural, good, solid, organic e-commerce platform. They're doing a very unique thing by targeting the social industry. So there is nothing in this that should feel MLM-y. And in fact, we're going to now go over the actual live real website on where people will go after the relaunch is done. So you can see what that will look like, what the process there will look like for you as well. Okay, so that will hopefully help a bit. This right here, guys, access to third-party sales funnel tools and training for team growth, that is the inner circle. So you can cancel. You will be able to get off the inner circle membership as well. If you're in the preferred partner program, you will get that from us. Okay. So you will be able to essentially cancel all of your subscriptions, and you will just be able to be in here. You don't have to pay $99 a month. You don't have to pay the inner circle fees. There are going to be other products inside Rise Network that you will want to purchase, subscribe on, because we think they're worth something. But if you're just talking about inner circle fees and you're just talking about your up group fees or UnBox fees, you can cancel all of those going forward. And I see that Kevin has brought the
He's-
dog out.
Yeah.
So
Like
I'm
saying,
assuming I should stop talking and Kevin has something to say.
Get out of here. I don't. No, well, the thing is too, this is commissionable, right, Hitesh?
That is correct.
Yeah. So there's a commission on that, guys. And yes, you can do that at any time. That's not something. This is something that I know some people on here will be interested in doing. And we just want to make sure that you have the best chance possible of getting approved for it. Okay. This is something that we did, and Hitesh did it, and he signed up under me. So I got a $400 commission for it already. Just letting you know. Did I tell you that? I got a commission on you signing up for that?
Yeah, you mentioned it. Remember, you said there's money in the account, and I was like, "Oh, that's probably because they approved me."
Yeah. So it's a really good thing. Actually, during pre-launch, one of the things that if and I'll probably build something around this to give you guys a lot more information on this to help you guys out, because it's a good way to go ahead and earn an income, especially during the pre-launch of this, right? So yeah, go for it. Go for it for those of you who are doing it. If you're doing it, definitely let us know so we can put in a good word too. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, UpGroup. Just so you know, UpGroup will stay open it'll stay open for a while because you guys still have commissions coming in there, all that stuff, and everything will transfer over to this. Like everyone will start getting billed on this side, right? How's that gonna work?
In fact, everything already has. If you guys look in here, if you just logged in with your UpGroup user ID, if you go to your team and links page, you should be able to see your members, your referred users. You should be able to see them in here right now. So this has already been moved over. You are already in here. So please make sure that you can actually take a look, confirm everything is here. All of your teams have already been transferred over. Okay, nothing is missing there. Let's go really quickly through the process of what it will be like once the whole platform is live. So this is what the platform is going to look like when it is actually live. Okay, so as you can see, not a whiff of being anything related to referring people and things like that. Very clean, nice platform. There are some hints right here for you on what industries and what product types are going to be coming in here, including some that we have not mentioned yet. Okay. But this is what the process is going to look like. So you will see that there is a $99 one-time fee. That's your setup fee. And then there is a monthly fee. Okay. And there are 4 levels. And this is the one that we're going to recommend everybody get on, because this one comes with all the tools you're going to need to build a business, including your autoresponder, your page creator, and all that good stuff. Okay. So when somebody goes to create an account here, they'll go through this stuff here, and you will see right here, it's going to show them a $99 one-time setup fee. And you will be able to give people a coupon code that they will put in here, and that will remove that $99 fee for them. The way you're going to get that gift card, the way you're going to get that code is going to be in your members area, where you will create those on the gift card printer. So here is all you're going to do. You're going to run a contest, and you're going to tell people, hey, I'm looking for serious guys. And this is actually literally the message that you have in the creative section as well. I'm going to say, I'm looking for serious people who are genuinely going to build a business. I will cover your setup costs for you as long as I know you're serious, and I know you're serious by the fact that you have referred at least 3 people in. Now, for some of you, you might be bringing in people who will refer a lot of people. You might want to say, if you refer 5 people in. For somebody else, you might say, hey, as long as you refer 2 people in or 1 person in. That's on your personal situation. But this is the magic number right here, that if you bring in X number of people, I will help you in. And your goal right now, for everybody else, their limitation is going to be 3 people. Because if somebody is an elite member, they're going to receive $300 worth of points every single month, which means they can pay only 3 people's way in. But because you're with us, because you're part of a Rise network, if you wanted to pay for 100 people in a month, you would be able to do so, because we will actually give you $10,000 worth of gift cards if you wanted to use them. Okay. Nobody else gets this except for the people who are part of the Rise network. This is a very, very real and a very strong incentive for you guys, as well as for people that you're going to bring in. Okay. Does that make sense? Is that completely clear? Does anybody have questions about that? Because if not, I want to talk about something else too.
I want to say this too. I got a question in the chat. Maria was asking, can you please tell me why I'm referred by somebody who didn't refer me? Can you verify you're in the correct account? Just out of curiosity. I want to make sure you're in the correct account. Do you have multiple accounts in UpGroup? Because everything got pushed on over. You should see the exact same person that you had in UpGroup.
And there's another thing you have to keep in mind, that in UpGroup, it never showed you who your referrer was. So you might not even know who your actual referrer in UpGroup was. You might have had a referrer, but you did not know that there was a referrer because they never showed you any.
Yeah. Oh, you had no one as a referrer, Maria?
Yeah, that's not possible. I think that's what's happened here because.
Yeah. Then you're underneath the bus. Then I'll take a look.
It's probably one of Kevin's many different accounts.
Yeah, we do have got a couple of accounts.
If you see, for example, a Karen who referred you, that's actually Kevin.
What?
It took you a while to get what I just said there.
Yeah, didn't get it.
Okay. So yes, so Alan and anybody else who has this question. So every month that you're a member, if you're an elite member, you have 300 points. If you are a pro member, you have 100 points. As long as you have some points, you're going to use those points first. When those points hit 0 and you still need to generate new gift cards, we will essentially make it so that your account will have those 300 refreshed again and again as long as you need them. Okay. If you have unused credits in your account, then there's no point in adding more there because they're just going to go away, right? There's no value there. So that is how it's going to work.
Oh, yeah. You're good. You're good, Karen. That's us.
If you're paying your elite fees in UpGroup right now, you do not need to pay elite fees again, and you do not need to pay setup fees again. If you're an active UpGroup member right now, you do not need to pay anything else, anywhere else. You are already an UnBox member. You will already be able to log in, and you will already have access to the elite level here. You will not have any setup fees that you will need to pay for. Okay. Now let's really quickly talk about this $99 thing. Okay. The $99 setup fee, you receive essentially 100% of that as commission when you refer somebody in. Okay, so if I referred Kevin and Kevin signed up as an UnBox member, I would get that entire $100, the $99 that he pays as setup fees, I would get that to me entirely. The monthly fee that he pays, the $99 a month that he pays, or $39 a month that he pays, I would get 40% on that as well. Okay. You can cancel out somebody's setup fees by $50 or by $100 by producing a gift card for them, but that is for when the platform is live. Right now, you're basically using that as a nice carrot to show people the fact that you have an incentive to give them. Okay, so again, remember this step 4 here. You're going to run a contest. You're going to tell people when the platform is live in 11 days, I will pay your way in. I'm going to cover your setup fees for you, but I can only do this for 3 people. You don't want to advertise that you can do it for more than 3 people because honestly, you can only do it for 3 people. But when you get the 4th person that you cannot pay for anymore because you don't have the points in your account, we will fund that for you. We will give you the code regardless. And that's going to apply not just for this, not just for the UnBox setup, but also for everything in the service industry, everything on the travel industry, everything in the payment processing side, in the legal side, and a couple other things that I can't mention right now. But for those of you who are going to be preferred partners, you will actually hear about it at the same time we do. Okay, let's look at the numbers here really quick. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a very, very simple model. And I know that when people build spreadsheets, all they want to do is they want to show you $1 billion in earnings. Okay, that's not what we're going to do here. Our first aim is to build a profitable business, correct? Does everybody agree with that? That your first aim should be to build something profitable, not necessarily to build something that has an amazing amount of money. Okay, perfect. Very good. I like when people have their heads on right? They're not thinking of how do I become a billionaire? They're thinking of how do I get an extra $500? So this is the basic structure. Here's our assumption. You're on elite level, which means you have 300 points every single month to use. Okay. You're going to create 3 pay it forward, or I'm going to cover your setup fees. You're going to create 3 of those cards. And we're going to assume that 2 of the 3 are going to be used. 1 of the 3 people isn't even going to use it. They're just not going to take any action at all. They won't even sign up. They won't even try to use it. Okay. And then we're going to assume that 2/3 of the people will take action and 1/3 will not take any action at all. All right. So basically, if that's all that happens, do you guys feel that's a fair assumption that we don't want to assume that you give out 3 cards and all 3 will become members and they'll happily refer a bunch of other people? That doesn't happen in the real world, right? So we're going to assume that only a few of them are going to take action and a few of them will not. Okay. That's going to produce an $80 revenue for you immediately. Keep in mind, this is $80 in profit because these cards did not cost you anything at all. Okay. Then you have your goods. Goods are going to be your physical products, your essential oils, your CBD products for metabolic design, skincare products, all that kind of other stuff back there. You're going to produce 5 gift cards and you're going to try to give 5 of those away. These range from $5 to $20 usually. Okay. Now, here is the number that we have internally at the moment from metabolic design side is that on average, that produces a $17 to $23 commission. So when you give away 5 gift cards, again, we're going to assume that 1/3 of the gift cards you give out will take no action at all. They won't even try to use it. And then 1/3 of the people will actually try to replicate. Okay. So you have a revenue of $77. Now look at this, guys. Right here, you have become profitable. So congrats. At this point, you're profitable without owning inventory, without running any stores, without running any traffic or any of that stuff. And this is really the simplicity. This is the key focus that we should have with this platform. This is your marketing message above everything else. This is a platform where you can be profitable without any extra costs to you whatsoever. And then finally, you have the service industry where you will have legal stuff, you will have payment processing things, travel stuff, and so on. And in here, we're going to assume we're going to give away 2 cards in a month. Same thing is going to happen. 2/3 of them are going to take action. And then only 2/3 of the ones who take action are going to replicate. Okay. So if this is what happens in an average month, in some months you can do more, in some months you will do less, you will have a $224 earning, which means you have now doubled your money. You spent $100 a month and you're making $224 a month. Very, very nicely done, right? You're already at a level that most people will never reach in their business. Okay. Now, what happens with the replication? These assumptions that we just laid out here is what starts happening on the check match side. If you look at this, around month 7, 8, 9, in this range is where you hit a point where only repeating this one single structure over and over, just repeating this over and over, not including all the extra marketing that you're going to do with us, not including all the extra stuff you're going to get on the Rise side, not including all the extra things that you're going to get a benefit of by being able to give out $500 in cards or $5,000 in cards, not counting all of that. If you just repeat this consistently, then at around month 7, 8, you start approaching a 6 figures a year income just from this. Okay. And you will notice, incidentally, that this is around the volume and the value that they ask for in that preferred partner program. That is this the kind of network volume that you will bring to us. So that's why they're looking for that. They're looking for people who will hit around this level. Now, after this, I believe these are unrealistic numbers because it doesn't take into account, retention rates, drop-offs, stuff like that. But I believe this is a very, very realistic, approachable thing. This right here, month 7 and 8. And this is what our aim is for all of the Rise members to get to. It's very, very simple math. It's very understandable, realistic application of a lot of the people won't take action. A third of the people won't even try. A third of the people who do try won't even replicate. And after that, you end up at this assumption. Now, is it possible for you to be making 6 figures a month? Absolutely, it's possible. You just need to have a much bigger team size. And you can have a much bigger team size if you have a lot more people on your level 1. You can have a much bigger team size if you just do a really good job of replication across the whole level, which is where Rise kicks in. So the way you will want to run this is these exact steps. Once the platform is live, again, keep in mind, these 11 days that you have from today to the launch date are for you to do that, for you to build out a giant, big level 1, where you help those people get into Rise, you help those people create their accounts, you help those people understand that all they have to do is this same thing. All you're telling people to do is, can you please log into your account and produce these gift cards every single month? I really need to emphasize, this is not your daily activity or hourly activity. This is what we are saying you will do in an entire month, that you will produce 10 gift cards in a month. Can all of you realistically see that as a possibility? Can you see yourself doing 10 gift cards in a month? And yes, I can make this larger so you guys can see it. That's how simple it is. That's all you have to teach. That's all you have to do. I'm going to produce 10 gift cards. I'm going to give them away. And if I do that, this is what starts happening over time. Okay? This is the message that you need to share with people. And what you need to tell them is, join my team, create your UnBox account, refer other people in now. And if I see that you're serious about business, I'm going to cover your fees. I'm going to cover your $100 setup fees. And by the way, I will not just cover your $100 setup fees. I will also help connect you with Rise Network, where you will be able to get up to $10,000 towards your marketing budget. Okay, remember, this is your marketing budget. A marketing budget is how much money can you spend to lure a customer in the door, right? That's really what a marketing budget is. Now, it might be that you're spending it on exposure, or it might be that you're spending it on discounts, or it might be that you're spending it on incentives for a customer to come work with you, right? We are basically saying, and you are going to be able to say to people, we will give you a $10,000 a month budget of incentives that you can go and give customers, and you can bring them in the door. And all you have to do every single month is produce 10 gift cards. That's one gift card every 3 days. That is all you have to do. And we're not even expecting that every single one of those gift cards actually takes action. We're just saying that a third of the people won't take action, and a third of the ones who do take action won't even replicate. And even then, you will have a profitable business. So all you do is share your demo video with them, communicate this message to them that you're going to give them $10,000 worth of incentives, but only for the ones who are serious and only for the ones who start building their team in the pre-launch time. Now, amongst those people who start doing that, you can also tell them about the preferred partner program. You can tell them how to qualify for it, what the best chance for them to qualify is. And if people start doing that, then you're also getting the $400 commission on that. And again, and I really want to emphasize what's happening back there. When somebody qualifies for the preferred partner program, guess what's happening? They have just now been given an additional $1,000 that they can go out there and they can bring more people into the service side. They can sell more products out. They can give out as much as they want. And when they give out that $1,000, that's roughly a check match worth another $300 for you. That's basically how the math works out. They're going to make about $3,000 from that, and you're going to produce about a $300 check match from that. So every person who does that, keep in mind, you're also getting ongoing residuals from the fact that they will now have these points that they will be using. They will have credits that they will be using. They'll have e-commerce businesses they'll be running. So there's a whole lot of stuff happening back there that just builds on itself, and you don't have to worry about building it, on behalf of others. Does that make sense? Beautiful. Okay, so here's where we are now. Okay, so just pulling back from the math and my nerdiness for a moment. Where you stand at the moment is that you have access to one of the only platforms, not the only, literally the only platform that has this kind of an engine built into it. No other platform on the e-commerce side has this kind of an engine. No other platform on the e-commerce side even has some of the industries that these guys are pulling in. I haven't talked about the lockbox section at all so far. We're going to do that in a different webinar because there is enough to take in right now. And when I talk about that, that's going to kind of change the dynamic for a lot of you. A lot of you will actually reevaluate how you want to build your business. So we're going to talk about that after this. But right now, all you need to do is just follow these 5 steps. create your Rise account, you have that. Create your UnBox platform pre-launch account, you have that. Share your UnBox demo link. Okay, that's in your back office. All you have to do is go to your team and links. And it's the third link, which is literally called demo. As long as you do that, you're good to go. You can share that with people. People will watch the video. They understand the concept very, very quickly. They understand this is something very exciting. And then you need to tell them, hey, when this thing goes live, you can create a free pre-launch account. When this thing goes live, there's a $100 setup fee, but I'll cover your setup fee for you. If you are serious and you start building now. That is all. And 10 days from now, when the platform goes live, many of you will already have a few hundred to a few $1,000s a month in residual income just from the team that you built right now. So take the next 10 days very seriously. We will be doing a lot of webinars over the next 10 days. We are doing the first one on, Kevin, are we doing one on Monday or are we doing the next one on Tuesday?
Man, I kind of want to do one tomorrow. I mean, I kind of want to do one every day. So yeah, maybe I'll put up a schedule where anyone who has the time to hop on can hop on with me, and we'll just do one like every day. I'll send you. I'll toss it in the Facebook group, guys, because I don't want to do one as late. I don't want to have another meet with everybody next Tuesday, right? I kind of want to do like huddles every single day, guys. You guys cool with that? Because there's going to be so many things happening. Just really quick, even if it's just a huddle to show you guys what the quick updates are. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You know what I mean? And we're going to, Hitesh and I will be talking a lot about, we're going to talk internally about having, you know, a lot of resources in some of the funnels that we're launching. So yeah, let's just do that, man. Every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, even if it's just for a couple minutes. And I'll give you guys a link inside the Facebook group, even if it's just for like 10 minutes. And if you can make it, make it. If you can't, you can't. And we can record them. This one will be recorded. So yeah. And then the ones you can hop on, Hitesh, hop on, but we'll do that every single day except for Wednesday, because that wouldn't work out. My wife would punch me in the mouth because we usually do stuff that day. And the inner circle will still happen.
See, but this is what we're talking about with incentivization.
UnBox is
now that whole idea of your wife punching you is incentivizing me to want to do webinars.
She's small enough. It doesn't hurt, dude. It doesn't hurt. Don't worry about it. Okay.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's for the pain factor. It's just
enough talk. I don't want to incriminate her.
Okay. Richard, I cannot answer that question for you right now because there are things underway, but I honestly cannot say anything about it. That's something that will be released only to preferred partners when the time is right. All I can say is there is stuff that they're doing in the healthcare space, but I can't get into any specifics beyond that.
Yeah, the site couldn't be reached for me either, dude, for like 10 minutes.
But I think it's back up already. And keep in mind, guys, that there are going to be updates going on all the time until this goes live. Keep in mind that nobody else even knows about this. We are kind of pushing it. We have been kind of demanding, allowing people to get access to this because you guys have been in UpGroup for a while. But just get aggressive with it. Don't worry about it. This is probably going to be the most stable thing that we have done in a while because we will finally not be in the development side. We will actually be on the marketing side. I mean, we are generally expecting, at the moment, our expectation is that Kevin and I on our side, along with Jason, are going to put in probably between 5,000 to 6,000 people in the next 2 weeks before this thing goes live. And there is no reason why you guys couldn't do that. Well, there are many reasons why. You don't have the list, the talent. No, I'm kidding.
What is this?
There are many reasons that you guys could do that on a smaller scale.
Things on a team webinar.
You don't need 6,000 people to build a six-figure income here, right? That's the beauty of this whole model. Look, if you were running even an Amazon account, you will need to sell 6,000 units of a product to develop a really strong business. And guess what happens when Amazon decides, oh, this guy just sold 6,000 of this. This is great. I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to take over this listing. What do you think happens at that time? You're out of business. This is totally different. if you are building your network where all these different things are going out, if tomorrow CBD sales were shut down all over the US and all over the world, you're not out of business because your entire network has access to like 8 different industries. You can switch around there. So you don't need 6,000 people or 6,000 units of sales in here to build a 6-figure business. You can actually do that with as little, like I showed you with the math, with 3 people. That's it. Okay. That's really all it takes is 3 people. And those are 3 people that you are paying their way in, and you're trying to get them to take the same incentive action on their side as well. Man, this is kind of sad because we receive these messages all day long. Okay. So for example, Debbie just wrote, and she mentioned how her FBA business, she's winding it down. A lot of people are winding these businesses down because there is a time period, right? There's a time period where you can take advantage of it. I'll do one really, really quick thing, and then we will, close this webinar. So I, as some of you might be able to imagine fairly easily, embarrassingly easily, actually, I like to look at graphs and statistical models for, my fun time. That's kind of what I enjoy.
Everyone typing, isn't that cute in the chat?
That's
isn't
not cute.
That cute? Little nerd.
That's not cute. Okay. My wife will tell you it's kind of a disease. Okay?
It's a disease. Get out of here with your disease talk.
But here's basically what happens. If you look at audience reaction to social content versus advertised content. So advertised content is what we consider content from authority. So 1950s onwards is the first time that it was recorded. Obviously, we didn't even have the data before then, that people preferred advertised content above social content. People, and I'll give you a very simple example. People would listen to the Ford commercial and watch the Ford commercial on their TV and believe that more than they would believe their neighbor about something. Okay? That's the era that we were in. And if you look at 2007 onwards, and funny enough, there's a very strong correlation with trust in media, and you can look that up too. Essentially, because of social media, you now have people trusting social content far more than advertised content. It's gotten to the point now that companies run ad campaigns that try to look like they are coming from social media. They try to make it seem like it's the guy down the street talking to you and not some, Indian sitting a few thousand miles away trying to sell you on something, right? That's essentially what the world has come to. So that right now we're in a very unique place where the social e-commerce factor is taking things over. People are advertising on Facebook, trying to seem like it's a recommendation that's an unbiased recommendation from somebody else. That's how people are making a lot of their purchases today. People are not making purchases the way that they used to even 10 years ago. And that's the benefit that you guys have. You can actually get in there and realize that if you can take advantage of the social network, your e-commerce is more about social e-commerce, which is what this company is all about, which is what UnBox is doing now. They've done a really good job of picking up on that. Just like Amazon did a really good job of being successful right around this stage. Right here is where Amazon became really successful in this area. And the reason they were able to do that is they were at the crossroads where the internet was becoming popular. People were beginning to trust recommendations there, and there was still some trust factor left there that hadn't gone away. And now that's going away. Many people are realizing that there's a downtrend happening on e-commerce side right now. Not overall, because sales are still moving upwards on e-commerce as an industry, but brand loyalty is dramatically down. People are just not that attached to brands anymore. They don't care that you have a Rolex watch or something. They'll
boycott you, man.
Yeah, they will boycott people far more instead of being loyal to something. And that's what's basically happening. So that right now, everything revolves around social e-commerce. Can you recommend something to somebody else and they can take action on that? That's basically where we are. So here is basically what that comes down to. If you do a side-by-side comparison of traditional e-commerce and social e-commerce, there are some very strong benefits. And I'm going to turn this into a graphic that you can also share if you want on social media. In traditional e-commerce, you source the products and services, which means you have an upfront cost and you have to do the research. You have to figure out, you have to take the risk. Is it going to be successful or not? In UnBox, their team is doing the sourcing. Their team is doing the research. They are figuring out what products, what industries are on an uptrend that we can get a benefit from going into. And they will, and I'm not kidding you guys, literally, one of the invoices that I just saw, They're putting up $800,000 on inventory for one particular industry that they're bringing the products in. And it's a small test for them, right? Who on here would like to spend $800,000 on a small test in their e-commerce business to see if it works or not? And if and ends up working and Amazon just shuts you down and takes it over, right? This is the benefit here. You are not taking that risk anymore. They are, which is really, really good for you. In traditional e-commerce, you are advertising the products and services and you have a personal ad cost. In social e-commerce, your entire network is sharing products and services, right? You now suddenly have, instead of you running ads, trying to get people to come and join buy their travel booking from your website, which is what Expedia and Orbitz and all these other companies do. They're competing against each other on that, and they're bearing the cost of ads. Instead, your entire network is just identifying people who are about to travel or are traveling and says, hey, why don't you go to this site? You're going to get the cheapest price possible. And when they do that, you end up getting paid for it. So you have no cost of advertising there. In traditional e-commerce, and this was the most interesting one, you have to figure out what is the right audience for you, and then you have to find a way to reach them. And there's a limited number of those people. In social e-commerce, you're not doing that anymore because your audience's needs are constantly evolving. They're constantly buying or using different things, and your network is constantly doing that. I'll give you a very interesting thought experiment. Go and look up a person that you know really well. Look up at their timeline over the last 2 years in Facebook, and you will find that what they talk about, what they're into, what they're interested in, or what they're participating in changes dramatically every 6 months. What they're talking about is going to be completely different month to month, semi-annual basis, annual basis. And with this model, you get to take advantage of that all the way through. Every time their interests change, somebody's now into traveling, great. You get benefited from that because now they're going to be using booking and stuff. Somebody has a car accident, they might want legal services for that. You have the advantage of that. Somebody's now into CBD, they have anxiety. You have advantage of that. It just kind of adds up over time. You're no longer limited to one product that you poured all your money and time into, and you have to make it work. You're no longer in that situation. And finally, and Kevin knows this really, really well, you are going to end up spending thousands or in some cases millions of dollars literally on ads to generate millions and millions of views to get a few thousand sales. And it's a delicate balancing act. You have to be able to scale the business up very, very quickly and to a very large scale to make a full-time income. And you don't need to do that here. Like I just showed you guys, the math is that 3 people taking action, just one gift card every 3 days, ends up generating massive, massive income for you because of the leverage that's involved over time, how that builds up over time. So it's a very, very interesting model. It's a very new model. This was not a model that was possible until now. And it would not have been possible for even people like us, right? I mean, we have resources and we have our reach, but this is something that requires somebody to come in and spend tens of millions of dollars to really retool e-commerce for the social experience. And that's what these guys are doing really, really well. So we anticipate this is going to be a massive, massive movement, just like FDA was a big movement, just like Shopify was a big movement, just like dropshipping was a big movement. We believe this will be the next big movement. You guys get to take advantage of that. And hopefully all of this makes sense. And this is why, Kevin, it is okay to be a nerd because you get to see fun stuff like this.
Oh, get out of here, Woodger. Oh, defend myself.
I'm not defending myself. It's just a matter of fact.
You nerd. You nerd. No, this is why I keep him around, guys, because he's got that brain. The brain has spoken, says Norman.
Guys, you can see all the details of Felix was asking what is the company that has expired us. You can actually see all those details on the About page. I
already put it in the chat, guys.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to put in there again. And this is just what you'll see if you go to that About page, right? UnBox platform product is Knowledge Technologies LLC, which was established in 2019 in partnership between J&H Business Institute, that's us, 12-year-olds firm to find multi-million-dollar multiple e-commerce and digital content platforms. So you guys can read that and see what it's all about. But yeah, this is the conglomerate that we talked about. Pramana Capital, guys. So you can put a name behind the entity and check them out. But they set up a new company to partner with us, which is Knowledge Technologies LLC.
Yeah.
So that'll be the one.
Not that it'll matter, because honestly, almost all the discussion of how to build your business, how to grow your business is going to happen on the Rise Network side. It's not going to happen on Unbox's side.
It's not.
Think back to when you guys joined DST. Who did you talk to about building your business? It wasn't Jeff Bezos. You weren't writing him and saying, hey, I'm selling on your platform. Can you give me some tips and tricks on how to do that more? That didn't happen. We were the ones getting on calls, on webinars, or you were asking other leaders inside the company, hey, how do I grow my e-commerce business? And that's what's going to happen here. All of the information, all of the details on how do you build your business is going to happen on the Rise Network side. And that's actually really good, because that means we get to build the culture, you get to be with us, and we get to have fun with you guys building this business. You don't have to, and you won't be really going to Unbox and saying, hey, I referred this guy. How do you think I should best approach building the business now? That doesn't happen there. Just like Amazon isn't doing webinars with you every single day, trying to give you help. Can I build my campaign on Kypron? Okay, so yes, you can build a campaign on Kypron. Yes, it will work, but you will not need it in a few days. If you saw what we were showing you guys.
You gonna tell them? Pages?
Or should I not? I don't have to tell them.
Yeah, tell them. Yeah, guys, okay. Yeah, tell them.
So guys, there's actually a more advanced version of Kypron called UnBox Pages. That will be a part of the elite membership that is going to be made available inside this. And that will allow you to build not just a capture page and a bridge page. You will be able to build entire funnels from beginning to end with the same simplicity that you have right now. So you will select how many pages you want to tie together, and you'll be able to tie all of them in. You'll be able to edit them the same way you can do right now. The only key difference is that you will not be tying in your mailer with Aweber or something else. They will always be tied to your Unbox mailer, which I always thought would be funny if they called it Unbox Inbox, but they're not going to do that because they're not stupid. So you're going to have access to that as well. Kevin is going to do a lot of the training on that. You will get the funnels to copy and paste from there as well. You'll be able to copy the code in and all that good stuff.
Yep. So I'll be doing a lot of training on that, guys, obviously. Once that comes out, if I really like it, right? If it's something I'm going to use, I'm just saying. I mean, I anticipate that it will be something that I'll use and something that I'll love, but until I get my hands on it and mess around with it, I'm not going to say. Again, guys, this isn't our stuff. So while I'm insanely excited about this platform and what we're doing and what the possibilities are, also know that I'm looking out, and Hitesh is looking out for the best interest of our team at all times. So that's where we are. We need to hop off and go see what's going on, because some people are still saying that site's down, Hitesh. So why don't we go do that, and we'll get some updates out to you guys like ASAP, okay? And I'll get this replay up for you guys. That'll get just pushed on over to the new platform, Bill.
The site is working for me. I just went to it and it's loading just fine.
Yeah, some people it's not. I don't know if it's a propagation thing. They probably made an update and now it's not propagating.
Okay. All right. Well, regardless, guys, you have your homework. You have your specific points that you need to follow to get the kind of results that you want. And I think we should be good to go. And Kevin, are we doing the webinar tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to send them out. I'll send you guys, I'll toss a link in the Facebook group. I'm just going to hop on tomorrow with you guys to go over updates, because we kind of need to get on. From my perspective, I think that we need to hop on at least every day and have a quick conversation about what the updates are, because there's going to be so many of them. You know what I mean? That it'd be worth it, even if it's a 15-minute thing. And then we'll post those updates in the Facebook group or something so that everyone can see them. So we'll just go with that, guys. And just be flexible, because things will be moving. So if you miss it, you miss it. If you don't, then cool. Hopefully you guys can make it. I'll toss the link in the Facebook group because there's just so much happening every single day. So yeah. All right, guys. Love you guys. I'll get this webinar replay out to you guys, and we'll probably toss it inside of the Facebook group as well. This is a candidate for one of those that you guys can watch it there as well. But we got a lot of work to do, Hitesh and I, and everyone on this call has a lot of work to do. We need to get some rock and roll. I'm telling you, you got 11 days, guys. 11 days to build your team in the pre-launch. And then it's a lot easier to get somebody to sign up and take a look at something that's 100% free than, sign up and have to pay to get in, right? So the barrier to entry is not there right now. So we got a lot of work to do. It's time to be ignorance on fire. Whenever you start something new, it goes in cycles. All right, in that first cycle, you have the 80-20 rule applies. You know what that rule is? That means 80% of your time needs to be selling, getting people in. Everything else gets pushed off to the side. That's all that matters. 80% of your waking hours needs to be getting people put into the platform. When Hitesh and I say, we're going to put in 5,000 people, we're not going to do that without putting that effort in. Even us. This just doesn't work that way. So you have to put that effort in. And now we have the time. So I want to make sure that everyone's on the same page, that any resources we put out, you guys have your hands on it instantaneously, and we can get on and have these quick conversations. And that'll help you build your team. So give me a one in the chat if you guys are ready to rock this thing out. Just give me a one. I just want to see them. And we're going to kick it off. We'll start growing this thing. I'm looking forward to helping you guys build. We got a lot of work to do, but my goodness, as we march into 2020, it's going to be game time. 2020 needs to be your best year ever. Okay, and we're almost there, guys. I mean, we got 2 more months to go, and it's going to be 2020. Where do you want to be when that starts, and where do you want to be when that ends? What you do right now in the next 11 days is going to dictate that heavily. So I'm here. We're going to be here every step of the way. So I'll put in a link to a daily call that we'll do every day, and let's get on it. So love you guys. Night, Hitesh. You're all right too. I'll see you.
Thank you, Garrett.
I'm going to call you right after this, okay? When your phone's going to ring.